What's up, guys? It's Celtic here once again doing another Marvel Legends figure review on the Marvel Legends Infinite series, Maids and Maiden, the All-Father Build-A-Figure Wave series. Wave is kind of a huge surprise for me because I did not expect this to come retail anytime soon, and also it happened to hit a local TRU earlier than the rest of the TRUs I've gone to normally to hunt down these Marvel Legends. But nonetheless, this is an incredible figure. Absolutely love it. Two things I have a gripe against is one, the articulation, and two, I'm not really a fan of women in short hair. It's just me. I mean, someone can pull it off, some other don't. But, it's just an action figure. I mean, who cares, right? But, for me, it's just my preference. This is how I am. But needless to say, it's just a really good figure. Absolutely love it. The details, really not so much, but, it's pretty much basic design and all that stuff. So not too much to be excited about, but great figure nonetheless. Before we go into detail, let's go take a quick look at the packaging. Packaging is the same as always, the all previous Marvel Legends. It's got this Marvel label on it right there. Then you got the Infinite series Maids and Maiden. The side is pretty interesting. It's not like this before with the variants, especially with the wave, or at least in my memory. But here we have one side Scarlet Witch, which is other Maidens of Might, and then we have a nice picture of Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel. That's Marvel. I don't know what's wrong with me. And then in the back we have the rest of the figures in the wave. We got Maidens, Iron Fist, Avenging Allies. I don't know who these two characters are. Not really familiar with these characters in the Marvel Universe. Then we got this comic series style Hawkeye. Then we got the new or possible re-release of Thor. Then we got Captain Marvel, and then the Scarlet Witch. And this is the Build-A-Figure Odin or the All-Father. Then he got like a variant head sculpt which comes with all these figures. So at least there's a reason why we'll get these two the same figure that way, because previously when we had like two different characters that have the same part, by building the Build-A-Figure we always had the same part, but in this case they have two different types of parts, so that we can have two different versions of the All-Father, which is pretty nice. It's our purpose this time around. Then on top of this, we got the pictures of Scarlet Witch and Captain Marvel, and then this brief description which says, whenever commanding cosmic energy or hex magic, these heroes wield massive power. Then we have it in 3 different languages, so not much in the bottom other than typical barcode and all that nonsense, and then the top not much anything else. But yeah, that's pretty much packaging. And let's take a quick look at the figure. I apologize, before we go to the figure, let's just talk about what comes with Captain Marvel. And we got this one head sculpt of Odin, which is really nicely detailed. Not too much. Hair sculpt wise is pretty interesting, but I'll go into more detail later. He also comes with the weapon axe, and he also comes with this long brown cape, which seems interesting. Made of pliable plastics without hindering articulation once the figure is built, and this peg, which I assume it will go pegging to his back. Now let's take a quick closer look at the head sculpt, which is really interesting, even though I'm not really a fan of short hair and females, well, whatever. And, even decent head sculpt. Love how the paint variation, how this kind of like a black wash into her hair, so that way kind of gives different types of hairstyle or highlights of some sort, or give a nice hair depth to it. Head sculpt, which is interesting. How neatly is this sculpted, I would say as well. Got these different ridges here and the lines there. It's interesting. Like that a lot. And I also noticed that she has blue eyes. I don't know if my camera picked that up, but let me just zoom in a little bit closer, and she might have, but seeing back, yeah, she does have blue eyes, or not blue eyes, but you know what I mean. But interesting enough, this is like the best decent looking figure, or her head sculpt, of choosing the other one at retail, because apparently she was looking slightly up and a bit cockeyed, and she kind of looks a bit cockeyed right now. Oh well, with the quality issues of Marvel Legends, they don't seem to be great, or as they should be standard, but oh well, that's just me. Now take a look at her upper torso, which is interesting. Got the nice red and yellow paint applications. Not too much of a detail, just pretty basic under costume design. And you can see that yellow paint hasn't gone through well with this suit, since like the blue is kind of mesh with this yellow paint with the whole stripes and issues. Like apparently the other version of this figure available of the two, while I was getting this figure, was better, but apparently she had like a black dot between her cleavage, which kind of really annoys the hell out of me. So and the yellow paint applications was a lot better than the other one of the second one I decided to choose from. But again, just I'd rather have this paint job better. But oh well, I mean, it seems a lot better. Otherwise, I'll get annoyed with that little spot in her cleavage. But Needless to say, going around the side of the figure, her arms, continuing the nice clean paint applications, very nicely done. But the blue is always still in the way. But in the distance, it wouldn't be about as much. And she got some big tatas, so very nicely done. And she got this little loose belt scarf thingy on her waist. I don't know what these things are called, but forgive me for my not knowing this so well. And the detail, she got this star like sculpted inside, very nice, clean up paint applications. I would say, how the red is just like other side of that star thing. It's like very clean, doesn't interfere with the other paint application. Also, she got the thighs as well. Again, not too much detail there, but until like the bottom of her boots, is kind of like there's some little detail, but in my opinion, I kind of wish there was a lot better in terms of like have some lace on her or something, or no minor details on her foot, on her boots. But this is pretty bland and basic. I kind of think they reused this mold maybe from the Black Widow, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe some other previous Marvel Legend figure. But I'm not too much familiar or into knowing how these molds are like other collectors, but just give my 2 cents. But not much from the back, just pretty bland, basic. She got a nice Captain Marvel booty, which is really marvelous. And again, there's really not much what she has to offer. Aside for the old and Build-A-Figure parts, she does come with interchangeable head sculpt, which has her mask on, which is really nicely done. She got that mohawk going, so she's continuing with the brown or blackish type of wash going in her hair. Really interesting. Not made of soft plastic, but hard plastic, so that way you won't break off easily. But very nice. Got a nice paint application on her lips, which is really nicely done. Very clean application. I'm a little surprised about it. And she also comes with this powers or fist that you could pretty much put on her fist. Give her like that power wherever she has. I'm not really familiar with that character, but it's very nice, translucent, purple, pinkish plastic. It's really soft, really like that, so that way it won't be too tough or easy to print her fist, which I'll pretty much put an example right now. I could just put either one left or right. In this case, I'm doing it on her right. And bam, there you go. She's ready to kick some ass. Pretty much punch the daylights out of any man who decides to not respect her. Respect your females, fellas. So the articulation is, like I said, it could have been better, but it's pretty decent on its own. She can't really look up that much. It's just a tad bit, but however, down just a little bit more. She doesn't have much air crunch, but she does have a high upper torso articulation. Kind of goes, left and right. Got a pivot of some sort. Then can go back, surprisingly that far off. You want to do a flight pose, I believe. I think she flies. I'm not too sure about that. And she go forward that much. Well, not too much of a difference, but if you look down, just slightly. Her arms extend that much outward. Goes rotate 360 degrees, like so. Yeah, she does have an upper body swivel. Double jointed elbows. Well, not double elbows that point at one point at 90 degrees. Unfortunately, she does her wrist rotates 360 and goes in and out. And again, no lower air crunch action, but she does have that pliable skirt, so that way it won't hinder the articulation. Her feet can start that much forward and go that far back. So apparently her booty's in the way. Kind of, that's what happens when we have a big butt, females. Let's see. She got an upper thigh swivel. She got double jointed knees. That's been really far off. Well, would have been nice. She has a boot rotation, so that way it will be a better for their feet articulation. But no, she does not have it. Her feet articulation is all right. She can't even bend up that much up though. But down, however, is that far up. It's very interesting. Doesn't rotate left or right, but she does have a nice, beautiful ankle pivot. Size comparison time. So here's here's Captain Marvel compared to Miss Marvel from the 3-pack collector, Marvel Legends, and here he is with the Captain America Bucky Cap. Also come with the 3-pack collectors of the Marvel Legends figure. But, nicely scaled with the other Marvel Legends figures. She is kind of a tad bit short compared to Miss Marvel and other female molds, which I didn't have at the present time, so forgive me of that. But nonetheless, this is a very great figure. I absolutely love it. Great. That's weird. And, I'm really excited to get the rest of the figure this wave and build the figure All Father. Apologize for that little speech impediment there. But yeah, it's just, great fun factor she has. A great amount of posability that you could do with this character. Cannot wait to see what else the other figure has in store, especially the Scarlet Witch, which is kind of a re-release of a better figure than previously. But other than less, if you're like, again, a typical Marvel Legends collector fan, by all means get this figure. I mean, it's pretty sure it'll be difficult to find these females as was previously from the other Marvel Legends line. So thankfully I was able to snag her before it was too late, or I have a really tough time getting it. But yeah, just like highly recommend this figure a lot. Definitely check this out. If you like the video, go ahead and rate and comment, and don't forget, if you like to, please subscribe for other different types of various reviews from me. But then, till next time, guys, see ya.